oil and power deprivation, climate change, wildlife death, and more. These are the issues that are plaguing Earth in 2416. Now for a new solution, turn that world upside down and come to Para. Para is situated only half a light year away from Earth in the Dracel galaxy. It used to have one large landmass at the North Pole, however it's been split up into many smaller parahexes of different sizes which act as countries. Para is very similar to Earth. It is in exactly the same place as Earth relative to its sun, so it's just as warm and cold as Earth was all the way back in the 21st century. However, one big change is the engine pods attached to the bottom of the countries, or parahexes as they're called. As you can see, it's an easy transition from Earth to Para because of how similar they are. This holds true with the language, which just like Earth, its primary language is English. There is, however, another language, Qubit, or communication using binary instant translation, which is based on oral binary. With the recent advancements in biological human sensory perception, we can hear frequencies past 20 kHz and have a much more accurate cortex-based random access memory system. Two different frequencies, 30 kHz and 32 kHz, are used for simple messages to be sent and received. However, English can still be used for more in-depth, meaningful conversations. Contemporary and functional are the two words that could be used to describe these architectural renders of the housing on Para. We chose to make the houses sleek and modern to fit the lifestyle of humans in the 2400s. Granite is a main resource used in the inhabitant housing designs because of the infinite amount of liquid granite found at 200 kilometers deep in Para's landmasses. In these housing examples, we show a family home and a home for two. The first design is targeted towards those who have a family and need a larger house to satisfy their living needs. The second design is for people who live by themselves or with someone else, so do not need as much space. They're simple and elegant compared to Earth's resource-hungry homes. While Para is a very newly discovered planet, animals from Earth were taken there and evolved at a rapid rate. Here are some examples of what can be found on Para. Paraswift, a small and agile bird about the size of a modern tui. It can fly at a top speed of 200 kilometers an hour. The parasaur, the largest animal species on Para, it has been recorded to be as long as 42 meters. It has 4 legs which it uses to run. Despite its size and appearance, this is an extremely quiet and acrobatic creature, much like a raptor. Veal screech, the monkey of our planet. Known for stealing food and teasing tourists, these creatures can throw fruit extremely fast and accurately. They can jump 3 times the length of their body, and due to being very light, they can climb down the thinnest and weakest of branches. Dreyhop, a kangaroo-like animal which can jump many meters. The dreyhop is unlike any animal on the planet, as it only lives in the deserts. Therefore, it drinks the liquids from any plants, not just water, because it has developed an organ to use other liquids as energy. The orangeback tuna is a fish that has scales stronger than modern-day steel, but lighter than a feather. They are also sharp, and any animal which attempts to attack it will be injured. It lies in wait for its prey, then paralyzes and eats it. Para uses PR as its currency. The coins go up in powers of 2, for example 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and so on. Inhabitants may begin using the coins when they arrive from Earth, but will begin using the electronic banking system standardized across Para as they become more accustomed. Long before it was discovered, plans for a future world named Para were made. A central static island for politicians and government to reside was thought of, and the idea of moving islands came to light. This image of a tabletop map in the Smithsonian Museum was one of the first, and still is close to what Para is today. The different color keys represent what the role of each island is. The most abundant color, orange, is for residents, where inhabitants live. Green is a natural environment where the aforementioned parasaur, paraswift, and more live. On Para, all countries and islands are ruled with democracy. The main governmental island is the large island near the top of the planet. This island is fixed in position, and was designed strictly for the Para government. The other countries, however, can vote on where they want to move. Much like Earth's history, Para has a timeline for when major impacts occurred towards the environment and its inhabitants. For example, in 2419, the planet was inhabited and a political system was created. And in 2433, when Para began resource, trade, travel, and seasonal movement. As briefly noted later, our species derives from the human. And because of not having all of the resources needed to live, we began to hunt again. Because we had a purpose to use our knowledge, our brains expanded, and now our morals are very different from what they were before. We do things because they are effective, regardless of what others would think. Our eyes have become bigger due to the need to see. Like cats, we can now see in the dark, because of our retina being able to reflect light back and forth. Our eyes thus have a second chance to see something. Many of the humans on Para believe that our species has evolved from a single person. Many years ago, spaceships from Earth traveled to Para after the resources on Earth ran dry. The first human to step onto the planet was Para. He was intelligent and was the driving force behind the first Parahex, and decided he wanted to make the planet a democracy. Para is so far into the future that all standard religion has died out. The only religious beliefs Para's inhabitants have is the realization that things must be done in the most efficient way. This is how the founders had done things, and that was what had brought Para to the height that it is at today, working like a well-oiled machine, because in essence, it is one.